Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the voice from beyond the grave, here with Tiffany Reynolds.
Yes, and thank you, everybody. Welcome, and I hope you're having a wonderful evening. And welcome to Tiffany's Tarot.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the way this works is you ask Tiffany for a free tarot card reading, and she will be more than happy to read your tarots. All you have to do is type "I would like a free reading" in the comments. Tiffany Joannie says hello.
Hello.
And Tanya Dawn says, hey.
Hello.
So, Tiffany, while we're waiting for our first victim, person. Oh, and before I can even speak, we have our first. Joannie would like a free reading.
Joanne. All right. So I am going to use my adventure deck.
All right.
This
And
is the
Brian Horton says, happy slashing, Parafam. Well,
hello.
a happy slashing to you too, Mr. Horton.
So at the bottom of the deck, I have infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. So abundance may be material or it could be not always on a material aspect. It could be things like getting new friends, new doors, and new opportunities in life. Maybe getting that vacation you always wanted. And in this particular card, I have a lot of people and they seem to be enjoying some kind of harvest or something. So could be around fall time, harvest time, September, August, November, around that time. And the people are also, they seem to be like a family. So it could be something about family, or maybe, there will be exciting news about a child or starting a family. I also have distant thunder and clearing the air. So there may be something in your life that is a mountain or kind of seems like something that's distracting you and always has you looking out the window like Rapunzel is in this picture. Or maybe you are dealing with somebody that has to clear the air with you about a certain situation. I also have stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. So just know that whatever that you're going through, you're somebody that is very strong and very wise. And you are usually somebody that you know what your worth is, and you're not going to go back to whatever it was that you were going through. I have narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. So I know that sometimes things happen in life in particular, but always remember the last conversation you have with somebody. With this card, always think positive. Don't hold grudges or words. I know people can say mean things and do things that break our trust, but know that everything is a lesson and you can always move on in life and progress to better things in life and better days. I have traveling lightly, simplify your life. So maybe you're somebody that you're looking for the way out to a better place somewhere. The sun shine's always shining somewhere else. Or maybe you're a very adventurous person and you don't like to take a lot of stuff with you. Or maybe you're somebody that doesn't like drama. So if you see drama, you're somebody that's usually going to walk away very quickly and just try to go find whatever makes you happy and leave behind all the drama. I have taking shelter. The answers are within, and this girl, she's has a light and winter. I have winter, so winter may be significant to you. Maybe something happened in the winter time around Christmas time or January and February might be significant to you. Uh, Wondrous adventures, walk in beauty. So know that in everyday the world always has continuous beauty. Sometimes we kind of just focus too much on ourselves and just, little everyday problems that we forget how beautiful our planet is and how the stars is and how vast the universe and the planets are. And just think, there's more to life than just this. And understand that you are unique and you are beautiful and that you belong. And the last one I have is grounding, and it says go deep and explore your roots. So there may be something about your roots or your heritage that is probably worth exploring, or maybe you're just needing a timeout and reconnecting with nature again. And that's all I have for you.
Very nice reading for Joannie indeed. We have a lot of people lined up here, Tiffany, so I hope you're ready to work.
Oh, I'm ready.
Our next reading comes for Prathana, who says, "Hi, I would like a free reading about my career."
Free reading about career.
Another Facebook user says, "Hi." Robert Humphrey says, "Hi, cuz, enjoy your reading." Drew Lee Nicholas says, "Hi."
Hello.
Lorraine Shaw says, "Hi."
Hello.
Melissa Ewing says, "Hello, everybody." And says, "So excited about these cards." All right, Prathana, this reading is for you. Do your work, Dark Princess.
So, for career, what I'm picking up here is that you may be working at a particular job with the Nine of Wands, which usually represents fear. And usually with this deck, it's usually somebody that has having sleepless nights. They're not able to go to sleep. Maybe you're stressed, you're overburdened. Maybe this is a company that they will call you at 3 o'clock in the morning. They're always nosy and in your business, and they pretty much drive you to the point where you can't sleep. Um, and then I have the Ten of Wands, which is burdens. So not only does it make you stressed out, but this is also could seem more of like a burden than an actual job. This is a place where people either, it could be, I guess you could say toxic or burdensome. People talk behind each other's backs. There's a lot of backstabbing, or there's just something about this job that literally makes you feel in the Eight of Swords. And usually the Eight of Swords card is a person that is trapped around in swords and they're blindfolded. So maybe you feel like you're blind in a situation and you don't know what to do and you're just kind of stuck there, thinking to yourself, how am I going to get out of this? It's causing anxiety. Um, However, you do have a decision to make with the Gemini card. This is the Gemini, the lovers. So you may have a decision about this job or maybe another job that you have applied for, or maybe you're going to remove yourself from this kind of old job that you're in right now, because nobody should be, feeling that way at work. So you'll make a decision to either do what's best for you, or, that door will be opened. Um, when doors close, another one's open always. And I have the King of Swords energy, which is usually associated with knowledge. So you'll start getting hints about this particular job, red flags, so to speak. Um, knowledge is power, secrets, and all of this that's going on. Um, and you're gonna walk away knowing you have knowledge, and you're going to become the Queen of Swords, and you're going to be financially independent and probably work at a job where you're much more appreciated. Your pay will be so much better, and you will not have to be struggling paycheck to paycheck, so to speak. And that's all I have for you.
Beautiful reading. We hope that helps you out. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a lot of people asking for readings tonight. But me and Miss Tiffany Tarot will not quit until all of you have been read. And
Yes,
also
indeed.
remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying the content, go to YouTube, go to Parafam Studios, hit that like, hit that subscribe, leave your comment. We appreciate it. Facebook user, I need a reading.
All
You know
right.
what to do, my dark princess.
So I'm going to use my Light Oracle card deck.
Ooh, I love the Light Oracle. This is a good deck.
At the bottom of the deck, I have Crystal Kingdom, so slowing down materialism and psychic debris. So this could mean that maybe you're somebody that is really into material gains, the newest Gucci, the newest purses or bags. And maybe at this point, this lady is looking up at this crystal above her head. So maybe you're somebody that's starting to reconsider that kind of way of thinking, and is it really worth it, or is there something much more in life? Is what I'm feeling. I have Tibetan fire serpent, seeking a higher truth, having discernment, a better path and authority. So yeah, you might be definitely looking for something that gives you a higher purpose than this person that is always thinking, why am I here? Or is there something else that I can do? Because whatever that you're doing, it always has you looking up to the sky and just like, is anybody listening to me? Um, I have spirit guides looking for signs and supervision. So you might actually be receiving signs from angels. Angels usually leave feathers and pennies, and they also tend to talk to people through reoccurring magazine ads, or the same song or advertisements. If there's something that is constantly trying to get your attention, pay attention, because somebody on the other side is trying to leave you a message about what it has to do with your purpose in life. I have light body, so independence brings comfort and ancestral healing and past restrictions. So maybe you are somebody that maybe you went through a rough past in a childhood, or maybe you saw people around you that didn't have enough, and it became this thinking of, well, what if I have more? What if I have more? But with this one, you're starting to get your independence, or you will be, and breaking away from this thinking and healing this codependency wounds that maybe this actually goes back in your family a couple of generations where people had become so consumed with materialism that they have become bankrupt, or they've done some edgy sketchy things. And maybe you're the person that's being called not to go down that same path. I have light activation, evolution of spirit, actioning of plans, and transcending. So you are actually being called to step up to something more, especially if you're somebody that's healing family generations worth of the same repeated thinking. And usually the people that are born into these family, they're like kind of like the black sheep of the family, because they're there to kind of move this family away from that kind of thinking or the way that they used to do things. And that's maybe you're there to teach them. I also have Spirit's Light, Healing Hands, Empath Qualities, and Animalism. So, yeah, you're somebody that is an empath. You're somebody that can feel when things get bad. You're also somebody that might have psychic abilities, and you have animals that come to you more than people, but you might also attract a lot of people. And you as an empath uh, will definitely attract a lot of broken people, because there's something about you that these people look for. You're like a therapist to them, and you will get all kinds of people, and they will just come up to you and they will start telling you stuff, and you will just be shocked because some of the things that come out of their mouth, it will be stuff that they wouldn't even tell their own family, and they would probably rather take to their own grave. Just FYI. And the last one I have is Cosmic Gateway. So insecurities, connection with others, and refocusing. So maybe you were somebody that always was bullied, or you had insecurities. Am I good enough? Why am I here? And what this card is saying is you have a connection with others. So there's something about you that you connect to people. People are drawn to you for a reason. And you need to refocus on helping people and trying to help them achieve their best in life. And that's all I have for you.
All right. And before we get to the next Facebook user who would like a reading, let's go to our comments and see what we have. Joanne says, thank you.
You're welcome.
Lorraine Shaw says, hi.
Hello.
Thomas Lynch says, hello, blessed beauties.
Hello.
Frank Vlogus says, hello.
Hi.
And let's see. Justin Clifford says, hello, Tiffany.
Hello, Justin.
I'm says, hi.
Hello.
All right. Now, remember, everybody, there are a lot of people in here who have asked for a free reading. Just remember, our job is not complete until everybody has been read. This next reading is for a Facebook user who says, I would like a reading as well.
All right. I think I'm going to use this one, the Wisdom of the Oracle deck.
Oh, the Oracle.
Oh, it
Another
is
one of my
very helpful.
favorites. I know I'm like the bird that just repeats everything you say, right? Start getting that. If I could whistle, it would have sounded a lot better. All right. Do your magic, Miss Tiffany.
So at the bottom of the deck, I have orphaned. So maybe you kind of feel like an orphan in your family, or maybe you're the outcast, yeah, either with groups or loved ones, or maybe that's just how you feel in general compared to trying to fit in with stereotypes or high expectations, whatever your background is. Um, I also have happy, happy. So happy, happy means you are somebody that you can make your own happiness. You're somebody that despite the fact that you can feel lowest of the low at times, you're also somebody that you can actually have happiness inside yourself. And you might be somebody that's independent and you know that your happiness can be found within as well. I have chop wood. So this is a broomstick with a new doorway being open. So when we chop wood, we're usually chopping away things that are negative or something that became overburdening for us, just like a tree. If it starts falling, we have to chop it away. Of course, when we chop a tree, we can make it into something beautiful. So we have this beautiful little broomstick over here with this open door. So sometimes in life, we're faced with things that we have to chop away, things that no longer serve us, um, or people or things that, are constantly making us feel between a happiness and a sadness. Um, so it's up to you if you want to either feel happy or you want to feel sad, but there's something in this that is trying to point you to getting here to feel relieved of whatever that's trying to get your attention. Um, I also have higher power. So you might be somebody that kind of believes in a higher power of some sort. Maybe you pray to God or Allah or whoever you believe in, but you have some assistance on the other side that's trying to get you to this better place. Um, I have go the distance. So you might be somebody that's motivated by seeing accomplishment or feeling like you have a purpose to do, but you're trying to be like this cheetah trying to race against time to get to the finish line. And sometimes that does happen. Um, but I also have time to go. So maybe you're dealing with somebody that might be highly competitive and you're being warned about somebody or you feel uncomfortable. Now, if this is a place or a person or something, you feel like either running away or you're getting signs from the other side of, okay, it's time to go. This is not going to get any better. And then once you walk away from whatever that it is, you'll be blessed by the higher power, and knowing your worth and gaining your freedom and independence back, whatever it may be. That's all I have for you.
Beautiful reading. Very beautiful. And remember, folks, if she's hitting that string like she does with me every time she gives me a reading, make sure to leave it in the comments. Let her know how great she's doing. And make sure to go to the Parafam Studios, give us a like, and give us a subscribe. Our next client, a victim client, nope, I get them confused. Sorry. Tanya Dawn, I would like a free reading.
All right.
Aren't those the magical words, Tiffany?
Yes, they are. So I'm going to use my mermaid and fairy
Oh, yes.
deck.
You're using all of my favorites tonight. I feel like a spoiled little kitten getting a cup of milk. Did you know most cats are actually lactose intolerant?
Yeah, they are.
I did not know that. Poor kitties that I gave milk to when I was a kid.
So at the bottom of the deck, I have self-forgiveness, let go of old guilt, and remember that you're God's perfect child. So maybe you had a situation where things kind of went from good to bad to feeling like a roller coaster, and you maybe had to forgive yourself for being in this awkward situation, or maybe somebody in particular put you in this situation. Um, but whatever it is, you need to either forgive this person or forgive yourself for not knowing uh, what was going on. I also have morning affirmations. Say positive affirmations each morning to open the gate of manifestation. So, what this means is talking positive to yourself. Um, like I am worthy of being happy. I am worthy of getting that good job. I am worthy of being loved because I am loved. So that would be examples of setting positive uh, guidelines for you and actually believing that and praying for that. There's nothing wrong with that. Music for manifesting, to manifest properly, think of your desire while you chant, hum, sing, or play music. So, music may be something of importance to you. Usually, music is the gateway to the soul. I mean, it can make you laugh, it can make you cry, it can make you dance like no tomorrow. And sometimes some people they get overwhelmed and overstressed and they listen to music to either let out all of their emotions. So some people listen to sad music, some people uh, they listen to relaxing music. You can go on YouTube and there's hundreds of channels, and some people listen to that to just remind themselves that their problems can be taken away by thinking positive and listening to relaxing music and knowing that life is so much more than just that particular negative thought or whatever that it is. Or maybe you're someone that's very musical. I also have dream big, let go of small thoughts about yourself, see yourself succeeding. So maybe you're somebody that's very hard on yourself, you're very firm about it, like it has to be this particular way, and if it doesn't go that way, then I'm gonna be hard. Um, you need to let that be stopped right now and think more positive, more self-love towards yourself. I have tranquility, make time to relax, be still, and enjoy your solitude, indulging in much needed self-care. Baths, the bubble baths with the bubble fizzies are a good way to relax. Listening to music, maybe just going outside and walking in nature, spending time with your pets if you have pets, uh, with positive people. Um, Something that completely takes your mind off whatever it is that's negative and to recharge yourself again. I have alchemy. You have the Midas touch right now, and every project you begin turns to gold. So you may be somebody that's actually very creative or within the community, and you like to be inspired or you're inspiring to others. And maybe that's where your focus needs to be. I also have time to move on. It's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. So she's literally like trying to get away from a wave, but she's also stuck. So maybe you're somebody that feels like you're in limbo with somebody else, or you constantly feel like this with yourself, like I shoulda, coulda, well, maybe, yes, no, maybe so. Um, what this is advising is that for you to let that go and let that chapter of your life close out so that new beautiful things can come in, new things that are worth your time, people that will put effort, new jobs, new community ideals. Maybe there's something needs to end so that a new beginning can happen somewhere else. And yes, so if you are questioning somebody or asking yourself about something, that there's definite yes. And it says your intuition is correct. Take action accordingly. So if somebody was kind of coming off as red flags, or maybe a situation with a job offer or whatever that it was, your intuition was trying to protect you from something, because you don't want to be this lady swept into whatever this was. But your soul kind of gave you like the red hints of like, hey, something's not right, turn around, go back, don't get involved. And that's where that self-forgiveness comes in. So that's all I have for you.
All right. There you go, Tanya. Up next, we have Marianne Clark from Ghost House Paranormal. And this
Ghost.
woman here, her team is the real deal. These people put their money where their mouth is. They help find missing people. They're absolutely phenomenal. Go check them out on Facebook, YouTube, whatever platform they have. She says, "Hello, I would love a reading."
All right. So I'm going to use my shiny ones, Brian. The
Ooh, shiny. Ooh, shiny.
shiny,
I like it.
shiny.
Wow, that's the fourth deck in a row. You are spoiling me tonight. I love this.
Yeah.
This reading is for you, Marianne Clark. I hope it's good.
All right. So at the bottom of the deck, I have revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel loved for who you truly are. So maybe you're somebody that kind of feels like in order for you to fit in, you have to wear a mask, or you have to check in the boxes that society would like you to be put in, but you really don't want to put yourself in that. But something about you or what you offer to the world, because she's literally like holding the world in her hand with this crystal as it looks like a world. You have something to give to the world. Maybe you have abilities or you have a desire to help people. um, there's something unique that you give uh, other people that other people obviously cannot be, and they tend to overlook that. I also have natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as God made you, naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. So you are somebody that you got the best of both worlds. You're somebody that is very smart, but you're also somebody that offers natural beauty in everyday life. So she's actually holding the two balls. She's got like a blue one here, she's got a yellow one here. So the blue one usually represents earth and physical things going on. Um, like jobs, family, friends, things on the physical aspect. And then she also has the yellow, so maybe the spiritual world, the other side, divine life purpose. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. So there's definitely something that is pulling you more closer and closer to what your life purpose is on Earth. And that's why she's holding that particular gem that almost looks like the Earth. And then the second one, she's also holding the Earth again with the blue. And you also have a lot of purple cards, which means spirituality. Actually, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 purple cards. Spiritual protection. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. So you are somebody that is spiritually protected by angels. If somebody tries to mess with you or tries to harm you, you are protected by forces that people honestly do not understand or reckon with. And they have a funny way of trying to get rid of people that are a nuisance or have ill intentions. Stuff will happen to them, and you are always protected from these individuals, but you might hear about it later about how this person kept having like car accidents and stuff when they try to steal from you or something like that. That's an example. But no matter what they're trying to do, you're being protected by angels. So whatever they're thinking, it's not coming towards you. It's going right back towards them. Heightened intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it's trustworthy. So yeah, using your GPS, your soul will tell you if something does not feel right, sound right, look right. Your red flag inner GPS will start going off, and maybe you will also. Some people are if they are a very spiritual person with a lot of the purple, they will let people know if somebody is deceiving somebody else. You're somebody that feels empathic, so you feel emotions. You're also somebody that can feel the tension in the room, even though nobody physically has to talk to anybody. And you can also actually absorb negative and hostility emotions as well, too, if you're empathic and you have those abilities. Spiritual or religious community, join people with like-mindedness for friendship and increased spiritual growth with the angel. So you definitely have angels protecting you, and try to seek people that kind of think on your level, especially because, like I said, you have some people that are gonna want to put you in this box, and you're somebody that's meant to be outside of that box. I have motivate unconventionally. Your unique qualities are an important part of your purpose. It's okay to feel different from others. Um, like I said, you have something about you, um, but maybe sometimes it might sometimes feel more of like a burden than a blessing, but it's actually a blessing more than a burden. Bless your heart. Reach out emotionally and spiritually for support to heal and mend your heart. Maybe you're somebody that also likes to hold stuff back, um, emotions and stuff. Or maybe you're somebody that's very hard on yourself and you would rather try to deal with it on your own. But sometimes in some situations, we have to reach out to other people, even though we help other people, but people need help either way. So either we give help, but we also need to receive help. So that's how it works in a two-way world. And then life-changing epiphany or experience. It's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. So you might get a life-changing experience that will open your eyes, but also you'll have an epiphany about what your life is and what your purpose is. Um, And it also could involve you with friends or family or in the community, and it will make them realize that you're meant to stand out. So that's all that I have for you.
Beautiful reading, Tiffany. Our next person is Kay Brigman Rogers. Could you please read me?
Yes.
Up next, we will have Lorianne Shaw, followed by Frank Valeres.
Uh, all right. So I'm going to use the Moon Oracle one.
5 for 5. She knows my cards.
All right. So at the bottom, I have boundaries. So either you need to set boundaries with certain people, or you need to know your boundaries of what you can and cannot do realistically and try not to be Superman and Superwoman and everything. Um, this lady is in a bubble. So it could have been somebody that you're dealing with in particular, and you feel like you have to build the biggest wall or the biggest bubble to block out this person, or this is somebody that makes you feel like that every time you see them. You see them and you just want to disappear because you don't want to deal with them. Protection. And with this one, there's a little sparrow actually carrying this girl. So what this means is that you are being protected by angels, and you might actually see a lot of birds when your angels are nearby, or see a lot of bird feathers. You are being protected because this person may not know what boundaries is. If you gave them a dictionary, they wouldn't even know what it is. Um, so you are being protected from someone or something. It could be a place that you work at, maybe a group of people. There's something where boundaries, they have to come in. There is no other way. Because somebody might be a lone wolf, hunger. And then when I have this one with the boundaries, you got somebody that is like a wolf in sheep's clothing around you, definitely. And when we just actually had a super moon, so there is a lot of moons in most of your cards. So definitely keep out this hungry wolf that does not know boundaries. Um, because there's a path that is leading you out away from this person, or there's a better route in life than whatever this is with this wolf. Nobody wants to get eaten by a wolf. And the girl is actually trying to climb on this ladder, and trying to get a different perspective at well, what if I actually took this route and my life would be better by doing A, B, and C. So maybe you're somebody that likes to dream like very big, or you're being advised. You might be getting hints daily from your angels that there is something better than feeling like you have to be in this little bubble all the time. I also have patience, and this is another one with the moon card. So this girl actually has a red balloon and she's waiting for the unknown. Maybe sometimes you feel like you're just waiting, but you're not for sure for who or what. So you just kind of stay in limbo, like Should I go back? Should I go forward? I'm not exactly sure. I also have growth. So growth can mean either moving up the ladder in life, but it also, with this card, she has the clock. So it might be a matter of timing, or maybe you feel like you're running out of time, but we also have the patience. So this might be something that comes to you later on down the road, but it's gonna be having to put work in because she's literally a tree that is growing. So you might need to actually plant the seed for this new foundation, but it's going to take some time in order for it to grow. And then at the end, sovereignty. So at the end, it will be something worth rewarding, and you will actually receive recognition for what it is. And that's all I have for you.
Beautiful reading. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get back to the readings in just a second, but for right now, I would like to take these couple of minutes to ask each and every one of you for your prayers, your good vibes, whatever you can do to help this little girl out. Our producer, Cassidy Lightwing from Bleeding Violin Studios' daughter, Charlotte, is
Yeah.
in the hospital fighting for her life right now. And she said, before I go, I want to start a foundation so that other people don't have to go through this and people can help. And we have made a video for Shar and her new foundation and would like you guys to help us spread the word. All right,
So,
there we go, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah,
All right,
definitely send out prayers, and you know, she is a very sweet girl, guys. She is very loving and full of life, by the way. So,
absolutely. All right, our next reading is for Lorraine Shaw, and she would like a reading on her relationship, please.
relationship. All right. So I
Sorry,
am going,
that video really got me.
yeah, it's very hard to lose a child or have to face that.
Absolutely, and my heart goes out to not only her but her entire family
Yeah,
and any family out there that is going through that right now.
yeah.
And up next for a reading, we have Frank Valeris.
Frank.
But Lorraine Shaw, this is your reading.
Okay. So with the tarot, I'm going to do the tarot and then I'm going to do the Angel Love Oracle deck, which helps clarify even further in depth uh, things that you need to know. Um, you may be dealing with somebody from the past in particular. This could be a childhood sweetheart. This could be somebody that you grew up with, or this could be an ex of some sort, and maybe you guys, I don't know, took a separation of some kind. But this is somebody that has a lot of emotions for you, but this is kind of like a childhood kind of emotions kind of person. Um, I have the Wheel of Fortune, so that means that something happened here. Um, Somebody either had to call quits or walk off, separate themselves, because something was not going proper. That somebody decided to close this chapter of this life and move on somewhere else. Uh, Nine of Cups, because somebody, I mean, they're happy, but I wouldn't say it's like happy, happy, joy, joy either. This is somebody that's like kind of halfway there, but they need their 10 cups to be filled in order to be considered happy, happy, happy wife, happy life kind of ordeal with somebody. Um, Somebody had a judgment revelation, or judgment day came to somebody that did something wrong, because the great divine intervened in this part. Somebody might be actually getting a wake-up call, especially if somebody was hiding a lot of secrets, or there was a lot of things that were unknown, and somebody's getting their karma, so to speak. um Somebody chose to be independent. This is the Nine of Pentacles. This is a woman that usually is independent. It could be a man or female. This is somebody that whatever happened in this love situation, somebody's like, you know what? I'm gonna invest in myself. I'm gonna focus on loving myself, trying to pick up the pieces, and I'm just gonna live in the moment right now. I'm not even gonna try to go look at the past or try to reopen that can of worms. Um, this is a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius energy, or this is somebody that you're dealing with. Somebody had to be a queen here and cut off somebody's head. Maybe there was some words that were exchanged, but somebody is not dealing with somebody that tends to either aggravate a situation or tends to hold of a lot of secrets. But somebody said, I'm not dealing with this. But while somebody is over here independently and somebody's got their swords up because they're being defensive right now, I also have this other person on the other side. Um, Somebody is watching somebody. If you have social media, if they know your friends or family, or you guys have mutual friends or something, somebody is watching somebody, kind of, I don't know, maybe checking you out or stalking you or going through people asking how things are going. But this is also somebody that's very defensive. This is somebody that's not really going to say anything either. They're just going to watch from the background. I have the Ace of Swords. So yeah, definitely something had to be cut off. Somebody had to be super clear. They had to punch this guy with this sword and be like, you know what? This is what I want. This is how we're gonna do it. If we can't do this, then bye bye, ciao, hasta luego. Because somebody wants their happiness. Could have been dealing with a Leo, or you have Leo in your chart somewhere. Somebody wants their happiness and they want to enjoy life, right? And somebody is about to get an offer somewhere else. Ace of Pentacles in love means maybe receiving a new offer with somebody new, picking up the pieces and moving on forward with somebody new that can put a ring on it or actually offer a legitimate relationship somewhere where the past person, maybe they were somebody that had a lot of excuses. So I'm going to use my Angel Oracle deck to clarify more specifically. Yeah. So I have retreat. This is somebody that you had to retreat from, or they had to, I don't know, there was some kind of falling out. All right. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So maybe you came from a broken home, or this particular individual came from a broken home, but somebody has to forgive their parents and how they were brought up. Maybe this is how they thought love was supposed to be, and that's not what it's all about. And I also have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So you might be dealing with somebody that there was a lot of red flags. And there's a lot of reason there's a lot of red flags because at the bottom of the deck, somebody wants to have a heart-to-heart conversation, but again, at the same time, somebody's got to have a sword up and be very firm in what they did was wrong, because again, there's divine intervention in this. So I hope that clarifies your situation.
Beautiful. Up next is Frank Valeris, but like to hop on down here. Fabio says hi.
Hello, Fabio.
Tara Ann says hi.
Hello.
Tia Richards says hello.
Hello.
Ooh, we have a lot of people.
Yeah, we sure do.
Let's see. Donnie Parker says smoke and prayers with positive energy her way. Facebook user says, prayers are going out. Jonathan Neal says hello from Scotland. Hello.
Hello.
Ocean says hi, new subscriber.
Hello.
Facebook user says hi.
Hello.
Josh Dupree says hi from Utah Paranormal. What's up, Josh?
Hello.
Shaylee says hello, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Our beloved Light says hey.
Hello.
All right. So, our next person would like a reading for an upcoming investigation.
Upcoming investigation.
And after
Alright.
Frank Belargets, we have Shannon Boomgard and
Alright.
Imes Ablanza.
Alright. This is for the paranormal. This is my Celtic deck. This is perfect for the paranormal.
Ooh, that's a new one. I haven't seen that yet. Let's see what kind of magic it holds. And remember, folks, if she's accurate on your readings or you just enjoy the show in general, please go to our YouTube channel, Parafam Studios, and hit that like and subscribe button.
So the first card that I have is Clear Aura. So you may be coming into a investigation where either there's an entity that's maybe causing a little bit of chaos in a particular individual's life, and it may have attached itself to a particular somebody, and you might have to cleanse the place. That's what this is pretty much advising. Um, I also have strength. So you might actually need to have spiritual strength in order to uh, deal with whatever this particular entity is. It could have been somebody that is either in grief. Maybe this is a private investigation um, where they just lost somebody, or you might get news of this entity if you are going in your investigation. This is an entity that is very sorrowful, and they don't really know particularly where to go. They're kind of like in limbo. And all they think about is just this sadness, but not willing to move either forward and back. Um, I also have blessed sight. So somebody with gifts can either view in on this particular grieving and this sadness that tends to hang over this particular location. There might need to be some kind of heart healing. So just like the living, the dead sometimes need to hear comforting words from the living, because it involves their hearts. And I have the heart with the grieving. So this is something that is definitely heavy on somebody's heart, or it is a spirit that either went through a serious trauma in that particular location that their heart is so adamant about this particular place. Um, I also have boundaries, and it actually has a tombstone here, the old Celtic tombstone. So this may actually be somebody that actually died on the property. It could have been over a land dispute, is what I'm feeling, or this could have been somebody that had to set boundaries with somebody there before, or when you go in this particular location, you might have to set boundaries with this particular entity because something about this particular location, from what I'm understanding, is that there's a lot of land, but also you're somebody that needs to set firm boundaries with one of these particular entities. Boundaries will be tested. This is probably one of those entities that will like to push your boundaries. They could also be one of the combative ones, leaving the scratches and stuff. So if you're gonna go in, you better go in like a warrior. Be spiritually protected, have your shields, have your pots and pans, whatever you need. Um, and rest, because somebody definitely needs to be put to rest. Um, um, and with her in the back, there's water. So water is very significant about this. And also, this is like a spirit that is like in a purgatory. This is somebody that just stays right there. This is somebody that just doesn't leave. They will just stay there and grieve. I'm feeling. I have divine love. So coming in and helping this entity or the people that are asking for this investigation, it's being divinely guided by the higher power. Because just as we physically return to earth, um, an entity is still a spirit, and a spirit still could feel love just like it did physically, emotions, and everything. And there will be grace at the very end of this particular investigation. And I have at the bottom divine connection. So knowing that everything is connected, we are connected to, of course, a God. Even when we pass away, we have souls, but we are connected to the earth. We are connected to God. We are connected to the stars. We are connected to everything, just like in a giant spider web. But that's the beauty of life, even after we are gone. So that's all that I have.
There you go, Frank. Hopefully that helps you out, buddy. And we have a lot of more requests for readings. Just remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing them in order as we received them. So if you feel like you've been waiting a while, just wait a little bit longer. I promise you, we are working to get to you. Up next, Shannon Boomgard. Hi, Tiff. Could you do a reading on me?
Sure, I can, Shannon. I am going to use my dragon one on you, Shannon. All right. So the first card I have is gifts. Either you have special abilities or gifts, or you are about to receive physical gifts, material things from somebody. Maybe a celebration is coming up. I also have courage. So having the courage to either use these gifts, and of course to embrace that and letting people know that you're here and you have gifts that may be helpful in some way. I also have bliss. So bliss can mean feeling at peace, feeling content in the moment, and just happy where you are. I also have death. So that can also mean that it could be the death of ego, the death to self, maybe your former self, but it could also mean that maybe you receive news about a passing of somebody near and dear to you, um, or you're somebody that is trying to let go of what no longer serves you. Um, I also have love. So it could be some kind of decision, um, because I also have decision with love. So with gifts and love, it could be a decision of using it for good intentions or using it for negative intentions, or you have a new love interest that seems to be taken aback by you, that probably stands in the back and doesn't really say very much. And then I have the water chalice. So it may be somebody of a water placements in their chart somewhere. This is somebody, this I call this card like the Ace of Cups. This is somebody that's got a lot of love and emotions that's built up into this, but they haven't really spilled it out either to spill all the beans about how they really feel. So that's what I have for you, Shannon.
Beautiful. Next up is Iams Ablanza. May I have a love reading, please?
A love reading.
Up next will be Justin Clifford,
Okay.
and then Rashiri Bora,
All right. So I am going to use the Love Oracle deck. All right. So I have flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. So either you are a flirt or somebody you're dealing with, maybe a little bit of a flirt, or somebody would like to come forward and flirt a little bit with you. Take it how it resonates with you. I also have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. This angel actually has a contract, and she's like, "Oh my God, please let's not talk about the ex again." Somebody has either a lot of emotional baggage about an ex, or somebody needs to drop an ex, or somebody is kind of like a player. They give off a player energy. This person actually is holding on to an ex, but at the same time, they also like to be flirting with other people and other love places and all other departments and where they need to be. Take it how it goes. Could be you, could be somebody you're dealing with. Um, there's a separation, and it says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So either this is like a physical separation, this was a falling out, or a temporary timeout until somebody figures out what they need to do. Because it's being up to you. Uh, but there needs to be some kind of separation for somebody to figure out what the heck they're going to do with this X, because apparently there's some X in the picture. But I also have worth waiting for. So it says divine timing is at work in your love life. So definitely in the future, there will be somebody that will be worth your while. And this will be somebody with a lot of passion. And it says, allow your heart to allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So this person that is worth waiting for somebody that's going to be very passionate with you. Or maybe you feel that way about a particular person that you're asking and inquiring about. And that's all I have for you.
All right. Up next, Justin Clifford. Cool. Can I have a reading?
Yes. So I am going to use my Avalon one. So at the bottom of the deck, I have the Merlin, Alchemy, Justice, and Balance. So maybe you may be dealing with something in the Justice Department, or maybe you are somebody that feels like you need justice in your life, but you also need balance, just like in the Judge Judy show. You see the blind justice lady trying to hold on to the scale. Maybe you're somebody in life that is actually trying to figure out where you want to go with your life, because maybe you have too much on your plate here and you have too much here, but you need to figure out how you're going to balance it so all things can flow equally in your life. The other cards that I have are trust. So trust that things will go the way that they are supposed to, and trust in yourself is definitely most important. I have the serpent, which is knowledge and healing. This can go either two ways. So knowledge, having the knowledge to walk away from somebody that was kind of like a slippery serpent, or you are somebody that has a lot of knowledge and you actually like to heal people, or you have been told that you're healing to people. I have the hawk, omens, and messages. So usually birds are definitely direct messengers from the spirit world. Pay attention to omens and messages you're getting, because something is trying to get your attention. Um, and it might have to deal with the serpent. Um, I have the bard, music, poetry, myth, history, the enchantment of storytelling. So maybe you're somebody that's really into poetry, maybe you're a storyteller, or you just really like music and be on the go in life. Or maybe that's a hobby that you actually do in your meantime, or something you would like to pursue also. I also have love. So love could mean either a love of passion of something that you hold near and dear in your life, or it could mean that there is somebody either you have your eyes on that you feel a connection, or somebody you're dealing with kind of has their eyes looking at you too. Um, I have the fire fairy, which is creative action and optimism. So something will be a required effort and a little thinking outside the box. And usually when I have the bard, the love, and the fire fairy, somebody might have to be kind of old school and like do love letters, maybe sing a song, get a little creative of how you feel, or maybe this person is gonna try to do that. I'm not sure. And then the spider, creative projects. So there's something about creative projects and something about music, poetry, or storytelling. There's going to be something significant about that to you. And that's all that I have for you.
What a reading. You are doing great tonight, Tiffany.
Thank you, Brian.
Up next, we have Rashri Bora. When will I get a job?
When will you get a job? All right.
Now, remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are working as fast as we can to get to your reading. We are doing them in the order received. So please be patient, and we promise to get you your reading tonight. Also, at the end of the show, we will be giving you a sneak peek into the brand new podcast, The Brian James Show, airing soon on all your favorite channels.
All right. So for a job, what I'm seeing right now is that depending on how fast you want it, you're going to have to kind of use yourself and how much motivation you're going to need. What I have is the Hermit. So usually the Hermit has to do with a Virgo, um, but it could also mean like being in solitude, being in your little cave away from everybody, trying to figure out, what am I going to do in life, or what's the next step going forward. And in career, it could also mean that you may actually need to take that time to take away all the distractions, just plant yourself in either your happy place or something, and be somewhere where you have peace of mind and you can really focus. Um, I have the Page of Wands, which can actually mean invention as well. So maybe while you're pondering, you might either start thinking about inventions, or you're going to start inventing ideals of places where you want to apply for, or places that are worth your time and investment to try to apply for a job. I also have the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is usually a man giving to two people. So it may actually be some kind of charity work or a place that will be a place that requires you to really be kind and sincere. Or maybe you have to be kind and sincere in your interview with people. In order for you to be considered for a job, you're really going to have to put your all best and effort into it. I also have the Seven of Pentacles, which means vision. This is something that may be something that you really want. So you're going to have to be the person to either advocate for it, or you're the person that is going to come up with this new ideal, and it might be something that would be considered self-employment, if that makes sense. I also have the Six of Wands, which is an achievement. So you will achieve a job, but it totally depends on you. If you are, when you go into your little hermit mode, am I going to come up with something to be self-employed? Can I do Uber? Can I do this? Can I do that to get me by in the meantime? Or you're going to be somebody that you need to make a plan A through Z and really check off each box to really try to get yourself out there. I have the King of Swords, which means knowledge. So the King of Swords means that when you actually get this knowledge, you will actually know what you want to do with your life. At that point, where you want to go, what are your intentions, what are your goals. Now, if you're going to an interview, you might have to really research the companies that you're putting in for, and you're going to have to try to figure out how to speak their lingo to get that job. And then at the bottom, I have the Empress, which is nourishment. Um, so the Empress means kind of being on top of your own world. So you might have to be somebody that really knows their stuff and will have to either present yourself to really stand out. The kind of like, notice me, I'm very big and important. Please consider me. Or you will come up with something and it will actually pay you back in your time and effort. Like I said, it could be uh, self-employment, and it will actually benefit you more than working a 9 to 5 job. So that totally depends on you, but that is what your options are.
Beautiful. All right. Our next reading is for Tara Ann. May I get a reading?
Yes.
Up next, we will have Sincere Rubio, followed by Tia Richards and Donnie Parker.
All right. So I am going to use this one, the self-help.
Boy, we all need a little self-help sometimes.
So what I have is turn your worry into wonder. Surrender to the experience. what possibilities can you dream into reality? So maybe you're somebody that tends to dream big, and also what this card actually means is instead of worrying all the time, well, what about this? What about that? Well, I should have said, could have. What the card is saying is, what can you do different that instead of what if, could have, should have, maybe? So that's what this card is saying. What can you do different that you can actually do something positive instead of having so many negative, unknown questions and answers, if that makes sense? Uh, to receive, you must release. What can you let go of, and what would you like to honestly receive? So, what do you need to release that is blocking you from your full potential or what you're trying to achieve? And what does your main goals need to be focused on, is what that card's really saying. I also have, your purpose is personal expansion. How can you be more intentional with your choices and live with more purpose? So, your purpose is usually found by yourself only. You cannot find it in your mom and dad or a company. Every person finds their purpose in their own personal experience. So, what it's saying is you have different choices in life, and your different choices and the way how you feel about certain things. For example, you love animals, you're an avid animal lover. You would like to actually be a vet tech. Well, if you can't do a vet tech, there's care technician at the animal shelters. You could be somebody that does hospice for dogs or cats. That's an actual thing now that is popular in the United States. Uh, Somebody that owns a doggy daycare. So that's what I'm saying. You'll know what your purpose is because it will be something that you will put most of your time and attention to. I also have, take responsibility for your life as a creative adventure. How can you live with more meaning, integrity, and truth? So, your life is meant to be more of an adventure of what you are putting into it. What are you doing to make it better? What are you doing to inspire people? What are you doing to make yourself better? What are you offering? And how would you like your life to go? So that's all that I have for you.
All right. And Sincere Rubio says, "Hey, love, I need your help. Will I reconcile with my first love? I had a dream that me and him reconciled a few days ago. I miss him more than ever. It's been 1.5 years since I've seen him, and almost 8 months since we spoke."
All right. So I am going to use my tarot card and my Oracle love reading deck to answer that. All right. So with reconciling with an ex, the reason why this is such a strong connection is because this is a Two of Cups. Two of Cups means usually a soulmate connection. Um, Usually this is somebody that we feel like we've known for a very long time. We just know them somehow, some way, unlike anybody else. So it's definitely somebody that's got strong emotions for you and you have for them. However, I see a Queen of Cups here, so somebody has a lot of love. Um, and this is usually a water sign as well. This is somebody that could be like a very motherly figure, but it can also mean that there's somebody else in this picture. Um, I also see the Ten of Swords. So I'm not exactly sure if there was like some kind of backstabbing or something happened here. And maybe this is somebody that tends to be thinking with one brain, but actions to another. And somebody always gets hurt in this process. And somebody has literally their walls built up, so there's not a lot of trust right now. This is the Nine of Wands. So this person is like a wounded warrior from this person that always comes back and forth in and out of the picture. You may be dealing with somebody that has water placements, um, and also I'm seeing Taurus as well. I have the Three of Pentacles, and in this particular card, there's this man holding a contract, and there's two people. So maybe you have a soul contract with this person, but also this person could have put somebody else in the mix that wasn't supposed to be in this picture, and that's what caused it to break apart. And in the meantime, somebody is feeling conflicted, like they can't move on, but they're also not willing to work it out either. They're just stuck there. Um, Five of Pentacles, somebody left somebody out, somebody excluded somebody out. Um, and they intentionally left them that way because, like I said, somebody had something else going on and they wasn't truthful about it. At the bottom, I have the Nine of Pentacles. So somebody chose to be independent while somebody kind of ghosted somebody or just like left you confused. And it's this Taurus person, or they have Taurus in their charts. Um, this is the Page of Pentacles. So this is the slowest moving knight. This is somebody that will try to reconcile, but it's going to be a small offer. If this person does have somebody else, or like you find out that they're married or something, like they're going to offer you something, but it might not exactly be a legitimate offer, is what I'm saying. I'm going to use the angel deck to further explain. So can you please tell us about the situation? Okay. And the reason I say that is because at the bottom I have deception. So literally, yeah, somebody has somebody else somewhere else. That's why, yeah, they might try to reconcile, but this is somebody that has a lot of secrets and they tend to get around. So if this person does try to come back, just know that this person, yeah, they'll try to give you a love offer, but their love offer is also somewhere else in the community with who knows how many people, or there's a separation. So time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Um, Children, there's children involved in this situation. So yeah, this is definitely like somebody's got a baby mama somewhere. or they live with somebody and they have children together. They do not have to be married, but there's children involved, and that's why I can't really get involved. And it says, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type. So for chances of reconciling, they might come back, but just know with the red flags, this is somebody that has business elsewhere, so they're not gonna really be able to give you like a legitimate offer of a real relationship. It will be part-time you, part-time their family and their kids, part-time you, and I don't know if you want to go that route with that person, but that's up to you. And I hope that answered your question.
Me too. But we do wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
And please keep us updated on actually what happens. Tia Richards is our next victim, client. May I please have a reading?
Yes. So I'm going to use my fantasy cards, my favorite. So at the bottom of the deck, I have smile at life. Sometimes you just have to hang around until the right moment comes along. So you might be somebody that is hyper like a little child, but also um, maybe you have your ups and downs, is what I'm getting from this card. She's literally hanging from the branch. Um, so with that card, what it means is that sometimes we kind of have the ups and downs, and we kind of forget that life has good days. Not every day is going to be a bad day. And just remember that every day is a new day to begin again. Um, I have happy choices. Life is so full of wonderful choices. So, yeah, there is things that are going on around you that would probably be happier choices. It's just knowing where to put those choices and your time and your efforts into something. It could be um, going to the mall with friends. It could be going to the amusement park, going to the beach. You have so many different choices. And sometimes we have to actually go and make those happy memories, if that makes sense. Um, See the magic when you stop to look, magic appears in unexpected places. So this guy is actually talking to a dragon. So you might actually run into somebody who will actually get your attention and be more of a friend and remind you that um, there's actually good things in life. They may be somebody that's also very more of like a teacher, and also while they could be a teacher, they're also somebody that will fully listen to you um, when you're having your moments, and they'll just listen to you and hear you out. Um, I have happy dreams. Dreams take you to special places that you cannot visit during the day. So maybe you're somebody that likes to daydream a lot. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's also saying that um, your dreams may be very significant to you. Maybe there's something you always wanted to do as a kid, and maybe you were told, you can't do that, or but it's really up to you. Don't let other people tell you what to do. Your dreams are very significant to you, and you know what you want to do and how you want to make that dream a reality into your actual life here. So, life's a party. The Sweet Pea Elves are here to make sure that you don't miss any of life's special moments. So there will actually be some kind of event that will be a very significant moment for you in your life. Protecting angel, let me hold your hand so we can explore today the day together. So this angel is, she's got actually a little baby rabbit in her hands. Gardening is what I'm picking up. Gardening animals may be significant. Um, Also, the little lakes with the swans is what I see in this. So maybe something about water or near water. Has to be something with water. Um, you have angels that are protecting you, but you also have angels that are guiding you to where you're supposed to be in life, if that makes sense. They kind of guide you, well, let's go here. They'll put an ideal on your mind. Well, let's go check out the comic book store. And then when you go there, you might meet somebody famous or you make a new friend, right? They have a funny way of interacting with us. And then dance in the puddles, learn to smile in spite of the rain. So usually after the May showers, we have the April flowers. Um, Despite everything that you've been through, just know that you're dancing through life and that there are better days ahead. So that's all that's reinforcing. And that's all that I have for you.
Very nice reading, Tiffany. That was very nice. All right. Up next on the tarot card reading, Donnie Parker. Ooh, me. I want one.
All right, Donnie. So I'm going to use my mermaid ones for you.
Ooh. And up next, we have Josh Dupree from Utah Paranormal Team, one of my personal and close friends.
All right. Ooh, ooh. So at the bottom of the deck, I have re-energize. So re-energizing ourself or our brain or sometimes our body, right? Trying to come up with a new way of how we think or getting that motion back into our brain of, um, well, I got to try something different. What's going to wake me up? What's going to give me inspiration again is what this is saying. So you might need to re-energize yourself uh, after maybe a situation, or maybe look at something different and think of something that will get you up and moving again. Um, I have letting go. So you might need to let go of something that has either happened to you, or letting go of things that, they were good while they lasted, but now it's time to let go and I'm ready to move on with my life. I have contemplation. So usually overthinking. Sometimes we tend to overthink when we have to let go. Letting go is never easy for anybody. I know that's very hard. But maybe you are contemplating about somebody, or maybe somebody's contemplating you. Um, because I have memories, and she actually has the pictures in her hands, and she seems real sad and depressed. Somebody could be an ex lover or a very close friend or family member, and somebody may have photographs of the other person, you or this person. There may be somebody that you constantly feel is on your mind, or you feel vice versa. Um, could be a love situation because I literally have this love card. Somebody definitely has love for the other person, But love can also mean loving ourselves and also utilizing that unconditional love we have and sharing it with our family and friends, with people that need it, um, especially if they need a pick me up, right? And then I have awareness. So being aware of a situation, but also looking back and knowing that, she's actually smiling, but she's like, oh, I actually avoided that. Well, that's very smart of me. So maybe you are somebody that's becoming aware and you look back and you're like, oh, thank God that didn't happen to me. Oh, I avoided that. Um, or maybe, maybe this was with somebody that was a love situation and it was kind of iffy, but somebody was just happy and they're like, I am just so happy I'm out of that and I don't have to go back to that. While the other person is crying about it. So that's all that I have for you.
All right. Josh from Utah Paranormal. This one's for you, buddy. Up next, we have Rachel Nesser, who would love a reading.
All right.
So, Josh, if you're still watching, this one's for you, buddy.
I got a lot of cards. All right. So I'm going to use my magical forest one. So at the bottom of the deck, I have answers. So you may be getting news about particular answers that you are inquiring about or searching for. It could be from someone that is elderly, because in this picture it's actually an elderly man that's kind of thinking. And it may be answers or options that maybe you haven't considered before. Um, I also have lighten your load. So maybe right now you feel like maybe you're burdened and you have a lot on your plate and you're trying to move forward, but you still have that big globe on you and you're still trying to go forward. And sometimes we have to take all that extra stuff and kind of just put it down and be like, okay, realistically, I can do A through C, but I can't do through C through Z and then go back around. So you have to lighten your load somehow. Um, I have blessings. So there will be some kind of blessing in your life, especially during close to a full moon is what I'm getting. And she's actually praying. So it might be actually something that somebody prayed for, or maybe you're praying for about a particular situation. Um, I have grieving. So somebody may be grieving about a passing, because I have the three women and this butterfly. And usually, when people pass away, they usually let us know that they're okay because we tend to see butterflies. And I cannot tell you how many times I have seen butterflies when people that I knew personally have passed away, and they always come back as butterflies to check on me around their time of their anniversaries of their passing, or like the next day, literally, either butterflies or cardinals or blue jays, definitely. um I have freedom. So maybe getting the keys to remove yourself from a situation that makes you feel trapped in some way, because she's literally getting the keys and getting herself out of the cage. And also there's a dove in the back. Tiger! Sorry, that's my cat. So anyways, there will be a dove or some kind of bird that will get your attention specifically. I also have home. So it could be regarding maybe freedom about a home, maybe a financial situation, or it could be involving hearing news about a particular home, with this grieving. And I also have fertility. Fertility has to deal in either getting news about a new baby on the way, or it can also mean an abundance, just like a person is about to go into labor. There is something that will bring growth into your family or you yourself. And that's all that I have.
All right, there you go, Josh. Our next contestant on Tiffany Tarot is Rachel. I would love a reading with a smiley face. Up next, we have Ocean, followed by Miss Amber Broadway. And
So
thank you, Ocean, for being a new subscriber.
I am going to use my unicorn deck for you. At the bottom of the deck, I have Sanctuary, take time out from the world, spend more time alone, meditate, or go on a retreat. So a sanctuary is supposed to be a place that we actually feel safe, our little getaway from the normal. Um, Maybe taking a vacation, maybe just taking your time, getting yourself away, um, just going to the store, or maybe your favorite hot spot, um, putting on music that helps you, go with the flow of your emotions is also what I'm hearing. Flow. Find an easier path forward. Surrender the outcome. Release your expectations. So usually things in life, we kind of expect it to flow. If I do this, then I expect it to be A, B, C, and D. But what this card is saying is that kind of let go of your expectations, because whatever the situation is, it will happen the way it's supposed to, but it might not be on your particular way that you were hoping for, and it won't happen at its own time. It's not something that could be forced overnight, so to speak. I have intention, be clear and decisive, focus on what you really want, be bold with your request to the universe. So set your intention. So setting an intention would be like, today I'm going to go to the gym. Today I'm going to go to that pancake house that I always see down the street and I never go. Setting an intention means you plan to actually do that. That's something that's first thing that comes to your mind when you wake up before you go to bed. There's something that you want specifically, but you're not trying to do what is required on your part. And in order for you to get what you want, you have to kind of put on your effort to where you want to go with that. Um, I also have delight, count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in simple things, always expect the best. So be delightful. Um, it could be in little things, could be like maybe an unexpected surprise, maybe, I don't know, it could be a small gift or something. For some people, even food. Um, but also enjoy the little blessings in life, things like flowers, the birds. We tend to focus too much on the world and what's happening at our house that we kind of forget of, this beautiful world that we live in and all the beautiful things that are in it that we tend to just always focus here when our whole world is actually way out here too. Um, Trust, leap into the unknown, have faith and move forward, believe you will fly. So have trust in God and have trust in yourself that you can actually do what you want to. But sometimes we tend to get anxious and we get all riled up and we don't trust ourselves, but know that everything is going to go the way it needs to, but it requires a lot of trust. And I have cycles. Everything has its right time. Honor the cycles of your body. Tune into the moon's magic. So I have the moon in the back. Um, the moon has its own cycles actually before it becomes a full moon and it makes a complete circle. The same way for the circle of life in the different seasons. Just know that timing has its own way of working itself into our lives. It might not be something that's going to come to you in a package the next day, but it will find its own way of how it's supposed to work out for you. And just leave it to God, or whatever you believe in. But everything will do what it needs to, but patience and understanding. Also, with cycles, maybe cycles could be ending cycles with people, setting boundaries with people that we no longer vibe with. And I also have receive, be open to receiving goodness, believe you are worthy of abundance. A gift is coming towards you soon. So you will be receiving some kind of either a gift, maybe a new person in your life that may give you that spark. But it also can mean that sometimes when we put our best efforts, we receive things back, whether we know that or not. But everything we do, the more we put out, the more we receive back. So consider that. And that's all that I have for you.
An interesting reading indeed, Tiffany.
Yes.
Up next for a reading is Ocean, who says, "May I get a reading? Oh, thank you, thank you." While we're waiting, Jonathan Neal says hello from Scotland, and our
Hello.
next reading will be Amber Broadway. But Ocean, this one is for you. Uh-oh, she's deciding which deck to use. Oh boy, this looks like
So
a new one.
yeah, this is one of my newer ones. This is Pixiekins, kind of like a Tim Burton with Fantasyland if they had a baby. If you like
That
Tim
would be
Burton.
interesting.
Uh, this one is more of an inspirational deck.
Nice, nice. And Lorraine Shaw said, "Thank you so much for my reading."
You're welcome. So at the bottom of the deck, I have get your magic on. So you may be somebody that, you have a lot of inspiration and you have a lot of spark. And sometimes we have a lot to give to the community or to our loved ones. And sometimes our creativity just needs a activation spark of for a perfect example, if somebody mentions a wedding and you know that you can, offer, I don't know, making centerpieces or something, and I don't know, the holidays too seems to be a turn on button. Halloween, Christmas, people go all crazy because it's a kind of a spark. So that's what it's saying. Get your spark on. You have something that you're very passionate about. Um, Stand up for what you believe in and never let others steal your joy. So stand up and what you feel is right. You may be somebody that's also very vocal, and you also may dislike when others are very negative and try to take their energy from you, party poopers. But don't let other people rain on your parade either, as well. Kind of setting your boundaries. A day filled with laughter is a day well spent with a cat. So maybe you like cats or you have a cat, or you're just somebody that has your serious moments, but sometimes we have to remind ourselves. Sometimes we have to enjoy life with laughter, right? We see funny things happen. Sometimes some people put on a movie, um, because if you're always serious all the time, you break down. But if you can find laughter and you can find love, then you can actually balance out your life, but also rekindle that spark. Um, it says, even the hardest puzzles hold a solution. So maybe you're going through something in your life that feels like a puzzle, like a Rubik's Cube that you can't figure out no matter what you do. You can't figure it out, but every little inconvenience has a solution, but sometimes it's worth digging into. It might not always be there, it might not come in the construction guide or something that tells you A through B, but it's definitely there. I have explore the unknown, and there's another cat. So cats are very significant in your reading. Um, Sometimes exploring the unknown, it means just being ourselves. Some people get really nerdy and they really like NASA, or maybe they like reading books or something. But there's something about you that makes you you, but also trying to learn more and expanding our minds actually makes us grow as an individual. And then the last one I have is be the reason why somebody smiles today. So I have this dragon that's actually given a heart to this witch. Um, you may actually come off as somebody that is very genuine, very loving, and very kind. Um, and some people have their bad days, and sometimes the best thing you can do, if you cannot help them financially, or if they're in a real rut, the best thing you can do is just give them a smile, be compassionate, hear them out and what they're going through. Sometimes people need a hug. Some people, they need tissues, they need a good cry. Some people may need a good laugh. And some people, they just need to see a smile and know that everything's okay, and then they will be much better. So that's all that I have for you.
All right. And a quick shout out to Melanie, who says hi from UK, London. Hello, Melanie.
Hello.
All right. Our next reading will be Amber Broadway. Up next for a reading will be Curry Natasha Dawn Reeling.
All right. So I'm going to use my vintage. So I have Adventure, and she's in Paris. You may actually be somebody that is very adventurous, or you're always looking for your next adventure. Or maybe you feel like at this point everything's been a little bit hectic and you're somebody that would like to go on an adventure, a mini vacation, or just a 5-minute breather, but some kind of getaway. Um, I also have centering. So centering means focusing on ourselves, on our personal lives. How can we improve it? What can I fix? What can I do to make myself better? Centering can also be considered self love. And maybe you're somebody that you tend to focus on everybody else but yourself. And right now, instead of worried about everybody else, you need to focus on yourself, because if you're not fully functioning on yourself, then you're not really able to help other people. I have healing. So you may be healing from a situation with somebody, a fallen out. Maybe you're healing also from a death, or you may also be healing from some kind of trauma, maybe an abusive relationship, or maybe you lost someone very tragically, very quickly. There's some kind of something that makes you feel bottled up, because she has the bottles in the back. Or you may be dealing with somebody that is a heavy alcoholic. Uh, and you may have to remove yourself from that particular individual. Uh, I also have power. So knowing that you have power over your situation and your personal life, um, gives you your independence back and breaking away from something. I also have listening, and she's listening to the birds. So birds may actually stick out to you, but also listening can mean listening to others, or listening to yourself and what is right and what is wrong, and how can I move forward from this, is what I'm picking up with this card. I have enchantment with the mermaid. Enchantment usually means that kind of distracting ourselves because we're too spaced out and trying to focus on anything other than what's right here. We're trying to put our attention elsewhere. Um, if you are healing from something, and if you are somebody that has PTSD, some people, when they go through some serious traumas, they call it disassociation. Disassociation means, instead of when that memory or that trigger that causes that memory to come up, or you just don't want to talk about it, they tend to disassociate and kind of go in their own la la land just to not deal with that. I also have thoughts. So there may be a specific thought process that you have, or there's a reoccurring thought about maybe with someone that was very near and dear to you. Um, and I also have surrender under that. So surrendering everything to God and letting all of our burdens be cast away from us is what I'm feeling. And it's also the butterflies. So usually when we are healed, we become a butterfly. But before we're a butterfly, we start off as this caterpillar and we got to go through different phases in life before we become a beautiful butterfly. And that's all that I have for you.
All right. Well, I read this one wrong. Curry Natasha Dawn Reeling said she wanted a private reading.
A private read.
Well, Natasha or Tash is a friend of mine, so I'll hook you two guys up later.
Oh,
Lorraine Shaw says thank you so much for my reading,
you're welcome.
and it looks like our next reading is Jaqua, who says, "Okay, hello Tiffany, I would like you to do a reading for me."
Oh. Mhm. I'm going to do the wisdom one for you.
Ooh, a very good choice.
So the first one I pulled out is peace. So having peace of mind, or maybe you are looking for peace but don't know how to get there just yet. Um, I also have the sky. So the sky is significant. Maybe you're somebody that likes to look at the sky and also the stars. Um, you would know. Maybe it's somebody that you're dealing with that maybe you feel at peace with them. There's something about them that you just know that no matter what, they are like a home that you cannot find anywhere else. Um, because right behind that, I have soulmates. This could be a soulmate that actually brings peace into your life. Um, I also see roses, so maybe Valentine's Day was significant, or he also is holding a key. So maybe this person, when you're with this person like has a key to your heart, so to speak. There's something that they do that you feel comfortable with this person, and you can be yourself with this person, but you cannot be that vulnerable with other people, just that particular individual. I also have thinker, so maybe you're somebody that's a deep thinker, or it's the soulmate that you're always thinking about. Maybe they are a deep thinker and they always think about you. Um, I have no place like home, and it's literally a little house that's like a light. Um, so maybe you're somebody that, yeah, you have a physical home, but you want a home. What's the saying? You can have like a physical home, but it's not a home if the people are in there are not um, people you could associate with. You want a home is not the saying is, oh, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. A no place like home is not a physical place. It is a place where you feel loved. That's what it is. And I also have all that glitters. So maybe you or this person is, I don't know, into masquerades because I have a masquerade mask here. Or maybe when you first met, you guys felt like you had masks and you were at this strange ball or masquerade in time, that maybe you guys kind of met each other, you felt an instant attraction, but you didn't know what to call it. And the reason it kind of literally feels like that is because you guys are soulmates. So that's all I have for you.
Wow, that was a good one. All right. Deepshika Sunkar says, "Hi, will HJ contact me again?" And remember, folks, if you're loving this show tonight, or you've got a reading and she's accurate, or you want to check out all of our other cool podcasts, just go to our YouTube channel at Parafam Studios and click the like and subscribe button today. Our next read after this will be for Mighty Mouse for some clarity.
Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, I have the Chariot. So somebody may be long distance here, or somebody is moving forward and leaving somebody behind in a real rush. Um, I do see a Knight of Cups. This is somebody that comes in offering a cup of love. However, somebody has their walls built up. This is the Nine of Wands. This is somebody that doesn't trust another person in particular. Um, it may involve somebody with water placements in their chart. Um, and in the meantime, this person that has their walls built up may be choosing to be independent with the Nine of Pentacles. Maybe because, there was some red flags and they're like, yeah, I'm not sure about that. Especially if this is somebody that contacts you out of the blue moon or like every couple of days or like every couple of weeks and then you don't hear from them. Um, and then at this one, I have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups means that somebody has a lot of options in the love department. And if this is somebody that probably gets back with you and disappears, it's because this person has other options besides you. And when they grow bored of other people, then they come back to you and then they disappear again. So, yeah, you might hear from this person and they might try to sweet talk you and everything, but again, I think somebody figured out this little game that somebody plays and that's why they're not falling into that. They built that wall and more like talk to the hand scenario. So that's all that I have for you.
All right. Our next reading is for Mighty Mouse. Can I get a read? I need some clarity.
Sure, what did you need clarity on specifically?
Hmm, that's a good question. While they respond, would you like to do another reading then?
Yeah, I need to know specifically what they want me to clarify for them.
Okay, our next one comes from Insanity Rose. Hi, yes or no? Karen still see me as Bella from Twilight?
Okay, so another love department.
My guess is if you sparkle like a vampire, you're meant to be. Up
Oh,
next will be Sherry Joyce Berry, followed by Cherry Wilman.
okay. So at the bottom of the deck, I have chemistry. there's a strong magnetic attraction here. However, if this is going to be a Edward and Bella scenario, um, it could go either or, because I have reconciliation. Somebody from your past is returning back to you. So somebody might want to talk to the other person, but this might be a kind of like a taboo kind of love, uh, that is forbidden or something, after some kind of separation. But the way that he's holding her, yeah, this is kind of like a Twilight kind of thing. But I also have pay attention to the red flags. So there's definitely some red flags, um, with this particular individual that you need to really be watching and paying attention to, because something is not right. Um, this is unrequited love. So one person may actually love the other person, but the other person kind of puts the other person in a friend zone kind of thing. Um, and either way, it's not going to last very long, because it if there's not enough gasoline to keep that flame going, well, it's going to burn out. Um, but in the meantime, calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations will help you together. So when one person is not our ideal soulmate, and they cannot provide for us the way that we need to be loved, we tend to call in somebody else, and we get another soulmate that actually can. A soulmate does not have to be a specific person. We actually have several different ones. Um, and then I have healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So, yeah, this person might come around, but this is something that's going to be very short lived. And that's all that I have.
All right. Our next reading will be for Cherry Willman, who says, "Reading, please. New growth." And
Mm,
our final reading will be Melanie. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name, but she
no.
is from UK, London.
So the new growth. Let's see about this new growth. Six of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, Pentacles. One. All right. So for the new growth, I see a Ten of Pentacles. So a Ten of Pentacles usually means that somebody is either very wealthy, or they're wealthy in the money industry and their bank accounts, but they consider their wealth by having a family and a set structure. So this may be somebody that comes from a wealthy background, but they also what I'm trying to say is that their money also doesn't always match with their beliefs, because they believe that money and family is very important, is what I'm trying to say. But I do see that there was some kind of heartbreak after this growth. I had a Three of Swords, so there was some kind of heartbreak involving somebody here. Could have been a family situation, heartbreak of something that caused whatever it was through, I guess you could say step by step, because I also have the Six of Swords. So somebody moved away from this heartbreaking situation as it is. Um, Somebody has a Queen of Wands here. Somebody is very inquisitive. They're also very informative, and this is also somebody that can be a mother figure in this picture, so to speak. It could have been involving a soulmate with the Two of Cups. Um, and this is somebody with the Page of Wands. So this is somebody that comes in and out when they feel like it, but this is somebody that's not going to stay in the picture because they're going back and forth. And in the meantime, while this person is going back and forth, somebody's focused on their money, Nine of Pentacles, getting their life together. So there will be a new growth. Somebody will realize, you know what, I'm so much more than this, that I'm going to focus on myself, get my money together, get my life together, and I'm going to go find my happiness somewhere else. If it's in a job, well, it's going to be in a job. If it's going to be a new person, but I'm going to choose wisely and I'm going to make wise decisions for myself. So, yes, there will be a growth, but it might require somebody to go in hermit mode to figure out how they're going to achieve that. Um, this could have involved another Taurus or somebody with Taurus placements. Um, Somebody was possessive or they held back a lot. And then not only are they holding back on things, but they come in and out, which nobody deserves that. Because when somebody does that, somebody feels like they're trapped with the Eight of Swords, like they can't get out and they're stuck there when they play mind games with them like that. Um, and by the time this person offers their Page of Cups, you know, here's my sorry apology. It's not the best. It's last minute. And then there's a fish in here, so maybe you're dealing with a water sign. Um, Somebody could have had a baby while they were in and out, but while all of this drama was going on, somebody is focused on their money. So, yes, there will be new growth, but the new growth will be inspired after you figure out this bizarre love triangle that's going on um, with a particular somebody. So that's all that I have.
All right. And here we go. Sherry Berry. I would like a reading. And Terry says, yes, I'm doing proactive care for my best mate. He doesn't have long. Money means nothing to me, but would surprise me if soulmate has money.
Oh, wow. Um, I think I'm going to use my angel ones for this last one.
All right. And Terry also says, my 4 children are very interested in money from father.
Yeah, yeah. It's a father figure. So I have, is it safe? It is safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. So You may actually be somebody that gives a lot and doesn't expect anything in return. And when you usually do this, um, you actually get paid back with kindness and generosity. Where you give is what you receive, is what it's saying. And you will find that through people that you probably would have never expected. Exercise to increase your energy and manifestation. The key to manifesting quickly is to have high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Exercise may be significant to you, or maybe you know somebody that likes to exercise, and maybe this particular person, maybe you and this person will become exercise buddies or gym buddies. Um, I also have raise or promotion. So it says, congratulations, an increase in your abundance flow awaits you. The result is a positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. So you may actually receive a new job, or a raise or a promotion that maybe you never thought would be offered to you, and all of a sudden it's offered to you. Um, Abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in your future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and not as something you experience. So a lot of people tend to think more towards the future, but some people tend to forget that what we have around us now may actually be something worth of value. And it doesn't always have to be material things. It could be, um, some people, they wish to own a home and you own a home. Some people, they don't have food in their pantry and you have food in your pantry. So what another person is lacking, you have. Or maybe you're somebody that tends to always, you may have it, but you always think of what if, what if, what if. Um, and it's saying for you, if you're a person that tends to do that, to just stop that and just allow things to be put into perspective and appreciate what you have. Uh, Bountiful nature, spending time in nature helps shift you into a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and join a walk or hike with your pet, garden, sit under the stars, or do something to connect with your angels and God. So, nature, exercise is going to be very significant to you to remind you that all of the earthly matters mean they seem so small when you actually go outside and you look at the stars, and you kind of forget because your focus is on the unlimited stars. So you have to think as God as unlimited possibilities. Um, it might have to do with donations, tithing, and charitable work. So it may involve a job where you do charity. It could be like a church organization. It could be something that gives back directly to the neighborhood, or they work with a specific group of individuals. That's considered a charity. Donations could be, maybe it's an organization that you're on board with. It could be an animal shelter. It could be like the Red Cross or something. That would be a charitable thing. Um, and sometimes when we give, we receive more, because I've actually had that experience myself. And then the last one I have is block out any distractions. So if you have any distractions in your life, kind of put them on hold or pause and focus on yourself, and things that you need to focus on will be more revealed to you in depth when you do that. And that's all that I have for you.
Well, all right. There you go. And Sherry says, blessings to you, my love. Well, ladies and
Amen.
gentlemen, that is going to do it for tonight. I am the voice from beyond. This is Tiffany. Tiffany, would you like to say anything before we go?
May you guys have a blessed evening and blessed be.
All right. And whatever you do, don't go anywhere. Stay in the back as we need to talk.
All right.
All right. Here's a word from our sponsor, and then we will do the outro, and we'll be out of here.